stare at a starting soon screen for a few minutes. I had to went out to get my coffee, and all of a sudden, all the cats wanted to go out back. So then I had to make sure all the cats were out, and then I had to go get Pippin because she was hiding underneath the bed because Chris is still sleeping, and that turned into cat herding for a minute. All right, Homestead stream is still up. We'll let that go in the background, assuming no internet hiccups. We are going to get back to the base building today. And I've been told that there's a trick I can use, which I didn't know about, to set your camp computers, your base computers. So I've got to replace some base computers this morning. First off, that's the first thing we're going to do. Because apparently you can set one in the middle, build out to its edge, and then build another, and that will extend the edge. So you can basically start all the way over here, put your computer, put a building at the outer edge. That'll give you another 300 meters. Then build another one over here and another one over here. You can't see it because my camera's not situated properly. But I didn't know that you could do it like that. So what I had done is I had set up, if you watch the very first base building episode, which I launched 5 days ago, talking about what we're going to be doing with this, I set up 3 computers across this planet. The reason for that being, I was just going to build 3 different like camps and connect them all. Okay, I couldn't tell where we were at on this planet right now because of the storm. We get the storm's fading. So we can go drop this computer first. We get rid of it. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I chose this planet. It's a beautiful ice planet with blizzards. It's gonna be really cool when I get all this done with the ambiance. Alright, so I can do this, and I can delete base. Now that one I've got in the middle, it looks like I need to move probably to the middle of that land bridge, so we'll take care of that one last. Plus I've got that base out there on that little island, which we're not going to do anything with yet. Alright, this one we can move over to the middle of that land bridge. Actually, I'll do that one last because that one will be easy to just build out from. Yeah, that's what they were explaining. Oh my goodness. That's what was being explained to me in that other video, Dribrom. I'm going to go look at the comment here in a minute because it actually has specific numbers. By the way, one of the reasons I love this planet, check out the ambiance. I love that word this morning. Look at the like blue cracks in the water near the edge. And then we can go out, if I can get a higher up view. You'll see it kind of fades once it gets out. So this is the icy planet, so it gives it that look that everything's sort of freezing along the shoreline. But then as it goes out, you know, this is going to be a really cool place to build on for the next... I would imagine this is going to take up the rest of my year in No Man's Sky. Outside of any expeditions they run, because I definitely want to run the expeditions. Alright, we can delete this one. Okay, delete base. Okay. All right, we're gonna move that last one over to like the middle of the land bridge, and that should give us what. But it's good to know, Dribrob, that it can be anything, and even including a floor panel. That is cool because I can just drop something on the ground and ignore it and move on. Transcend says I'm hanging out for Light No Fire. Yeah, I can't wait for Light No Fire. The cool thing with that game too is I'll be able to come in from the beginning, where I wasn't able to do that with this game because I wasn't. I remember when it came out because we were deep in the middle of building our MMORPG, and so I didn't have time to play a ton of other games. What's up, Anonimo? Had to wrap my words around that. And anybody else? Oh my god, the yawns are going to be real this morning, everybody. It's early. My alarm went off at 4 this morning, and I was like, shut up, get out of bed. We got No Man's Sky to do. So we're going to play No Man's Sky for a couple hours this morning. We're going to be working on base building for the next, I don't know, 2-3 months. I don't know how long it'll take me to work on this, but it's going to be something we do on Sunday mornings. And then these episodes get cut into 30-minute chunks, which are being produced as part of a YouTube series, a Let's Play series, excuse me, called, I think, Building My Second Base on an Ice Planet. There are links in the description text below, which lead to that playlist. We will also be playing any expeditions, which I mentioned earlier, so as expeditions come out, we'll go do those, but for the most part, the rest of my time this year in No Man's Sky is going to be spent building this base. And then once I'm done building this base, I'm going to open it up to the community, just like we did with the first planet. And then once in a while, we're still going to duck back into the first planet and check out and see if anybody's done anything else with their builds. We've done 4 base building tours on that planet. This ought to be good right here. Base computer. If you're tuning in for the first time today, I am multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch, so you can watch where you prefer. Thanks to you for watching, wherever it is that you're watching. Emulator says the reruns this winter should be Omega, Adrift, Liquidation, and Aquarius. Because those are the 2024s. Okay, cool. I definitely want to do Adrift because I want that Iron Vulture ship. The moment I get that. Let's rename this. All right, let me go look at that video because that other video has actual distances posted by somebody that I need to go look at. I think they said 300. Oh, it was Programmist. So one of the things he has to say is related to the public build, which I'm glad he gave me this tip. It says you could build up to 4 bases on one planet, but only one of them is actually stored in the online server, which is the latest one you uploaded. So if you build a complex structure with more than one base on a planet, other people are only going to see a part of that structure, which is really good information because before I was going to build 4 bases, and you can't do that because they won't show up. So that's good to know. Every base, this is the one I'm looking for. Every base has a range of 300 U in each direction, but if you are near the border, you can place objects out of this range. Each object extends the range for another 50 U in that direction. Using this method, you can extend your range from the base computer up to 1000 U in each direction, which people have said they think it looks like I should be able to, that should be more than enough space to do what I want to do on this. We'll see. Somebody else just posted and said, a single base served at the center of the island would give you a 2000 U max diameter, which should be more than enough to encircle the island. There's also some commentary here about the base, about power structures, which I know will probably be a thing, but I'm also going to be doing this in creative mode, so I'm not. There's also an option here, which I'm not going to use because there are some things I want to do with solar panels and stuff. But you can actually go in here, I think, and even tell it that you just want to have base auto power turned on. I don't have that option turned on at the moment. I'm not too stressed about it, because I'm mostly building this structure for funsies, and then along that way I'll figure out what limitations I have based on this, because I haven't done a ton of base building yet. This is my first attempt at a complex build. And I know a lot of people have been like, you need to first find a power source and build it next to the power source. I don't want to build it next to the power source. I have my islands. I like the islands. I'm going to build it here, and I'll figure out something to make it work here. Along the way, I'll be learning more about all the powering for these structures and what I need to do to make that work within the limitations of the build that I'm going to be creating on this planet. I am building this in creative mode, though, so I don't want to have to go farm 5 billion resources. That doesn't sound fun to me. Nikon says, hope they introduce more verticality overall, deeper seas and higher mountains. I've heard lots of rumors that deeper seas are going to be the thing. What's up, Dot? So, I can go 300 U. How do you know the distance? How are people measuring units from this thing right here? That's what I want to know. Like, I don't see any indicator. I guess I would just have to run until I don't see this anymore. Oh, the icon shows the distance when targeted. So I'm assuming I got to go into base building mode, edit part, target part. Hang on, I'm trying to figure out what you mean. Oh, like target your ship icon. Oh. Aha! Thank you for that tip, guys. Alright, let's keep that tagged. Thanks, Emulator. Oh, wow. 300 U is quite a ways. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, okay. Guys, thank you so much for those tips over on the YouTube video. That just saved my life. Okay, I'll be able to do all sorts of cool stuff here then. We're still only 157 away. Let me go up to the top of the hill. Because where I want to build is right down there. I want to start stuff around this bay. Like buildings and stuff. Oh, we've got plenty of distance. Okay, cool. Because, yeah, even just to the edge of the water here, which I'm not going to build at the edge of the water. But even the edge of the water is only 280. Who's landed a ship right here? What does a green icon mean? Landed pilot? Starship of Geologist Entity Omichugi. Okay, cool, guys. So I can actually start doing stuff right here around the edge without any problems. Nikon says that would turn this game into an 11 out of 10 for me. Yeah, I'm one of the reasons I chose this planet when I found it for my next build is because of the rumors around the water stuff. Because um, if we go into, I don't know if I'll be able to see out far enough here. We're gonna go up here. Okay. So if we look out into the distance, it's just ocean. Out beyond this island, it's just ocean. There are a couple of other islands that you can see. There is a mainland, but it's a long way away. So basically, I've got some island structures here. A little is it isthmus is the word? I forget. It's been a long time since I took geology class. Um, Archipelago maybe is the word. I think I'm getting my words confused. It's archipelago, isn't it? Anyway, there are some island structures here um, that are in an ocean that would be great if they decide that they're going to extend the oceans. I believe what I've seen from the data mining stuff from Transcend is that it's stuff they're bringing over from Light No Fire. So it's a deepening of the ocean to allow for more diversity in everything underwater, and then also more underwater structures and the ability to dive deeper, build deeper, explore deeper, have deeper fish that you have to find, deeper structures that you have to find, things of that nature. I would also love there to be a requirement to use that submersible and have it be deep enough that it's like it doesn't matter how many mods you have on your suit. At some point, if you're going to go below this depth, you need to have the submersible, otherwise you just get crushed. That would be a cool realism thing. I don't know if they'll do that, but everything here is serving Light No Fire, so that's kind of what I'm treating this as, is a sandbox to play in, to learn more about how they do things, and then be ready to go when Light No Fire is ready. So it sounds to me also like I need to go delete that base over there, and I don't think I have to do that right now because I'm not uploading anything today. This is all being done offline, by the way, in offline mode, and I will share the glyphs once I'm done. But for now, nope. All right, so I want to start with some structures here. However, I also don't want to, I'd like to avoid ruining the environment if I can. So, I know one of the tricks I've used in other games, and I believe you can use it here as well, is to build things to where you have rocks and bushes and things around the edge of the structures so that they're not actually touching the ground, but you can hide the fact that they're not touching the ground by manually placing things around them. I haven't watched anybody's guides at all to know how they do things in No Man's Sky. I very much like approaching things from a let me see if I can figure it out perspective, and then if I can't figure it out, I go watch someone's guide and go, how are they doing it? Oh, that's what they did. That's how I like to approach things. Everybody's free to throw stuff in the chat if you want. I sometimes don't read everything because I'm like, I might see something and be like, that's cool, maybe I'll try that later. But it doesn't mean I'm not watching, and it doesn't mean I don't appreciate everything that's being posted. Aaron says, morning rest outpost building kind of fell off for you, just revisiting it briefly. Are you talking about base building in Starfield? Because I don't really enjoy base building in Starfield, no. I do enjoy base building in No Man's Sky. It's the one tiny little criticism, it's, for Starfield, is that I'm not a huge fan of, there doesn't seem to be enough yet to the outpost building in terms of diversity of buildings to do it creatively. And then if you're going to do like I'm not a fan of the complexity required to get it up to operating as a fully automated system in Starfield. Some people are, and that's awesome that it's there for them. I didn't quite enjoy it. I built my base. That was like 15 episodes. That was enough. I may build a new base on the new planet of Varun Kai, whatever it's called, just to use the new assets that they provided in Starfield. But it's not a priority for me in that game. But yeah, this is my second base in No Man's Sky. Okay, I need to look at structures. The other thing I did the other day is I went and I just bought everything up off the anomaly. So I should have a good suite of things that I can build. I know that this is going to be a science structure. So I'll probably build a biodome to start. Because we're going to be doing like a science building a marine station here on the edge of the water that goes off to an underwater base. $5 super chat from Nikki Z. Massive Starfield here. Massive Starfield fan here. Thank you for actually playing the game and not blindly hating it like the rest of the internet. You are welcome, and thank you for the super chat over on YouTube. I appreciate the support. I think any game has its flaws. We were just talking about how I don't personally like Starfield's outpost building system. But just because I don't like that system doesn't mean it's a bad game. And I think that's one of the worst parts about modern reviews is people will say things like, I don't like this, therefore the game is trash. And if they have a big following, like some of the content creators who have given Shattered Space bad reviews, the incels of the world just pick up on that and it becomes this cesspool that just spreads out from there. It's unfortunate because it's okay to criticize things. I can say I don't like the outpost building in Starfield, but other people may enjoy it because it's very complex. But what I won't do is say I don't like the outpost building in Starfield, therefore the game is trash. Like that's the difference. Like the moment you say something is trash or garbage, you've immediately established that you're no longer making a review. You're just doing rage bait for clicks. Like a review puts the pros and the cons, and you never say something like trash or garbage. Like you just say, it's not for me. I didn't like these 3 things, but other people might like this. Like I don't want to play Black Myth Wukong because I don't like action combat. The last thing I would do would be to go play that game, slam the action combat system, and then make a video saying this game is trash because of the action combat system. You shouldn't play it. Fuck no, that's horrible. But it is the internet, and that's the world we live in, so we have to play within those, paint within those lines. This one I might actually place closer to the water, but I do want to. I'm gonna have to play around with the free build because I got to bring it up just a little bit so that it's not like sitting in the environment. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Trying to get it as close to the ground as I can without it actually going into the ground. That might work right there. Let's just place it and see what happens. Did it work? It might have cut into the environment a tiny bit. No, I think it's good. I think we're free floating all the way around, which means I should not have any problems with stuff coming up into that structure. Okay. Cool. There are round foundation pieces. Oh. See, this is the thing of me. I got some stuff and I don't know what it all does. Let's go take a look. What would that be under? These are rooms and foundations. Oh, so you could put a foundation down. Hold up a minute. I didn't know how that worked. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Thank you for that. Edit place parts. Let's delete that. So this thing also So essentially, I could place this on the ground, and there might be some grow through, but we would never see that because the next structure up is going to be slightly... And then we'll have this placed on top, which should help with any little things. Stiffer says I build a foundation with wood above ground when I start a base. That's another good tip. Especially if you can hide it. So then you have a nice flat platform. Also a good tip. The hard part's going to be covering up all the edges so that you know it looks like it's all blended into the environment. Rolf said you can also use free placement on the biodome and then put the foundation under. Okay. Let me get the camera angle here. I want to make sure where I want to put this. I kind of like at the edge of this little inlet